Welcome back. Our today's lecture is race in world politics. Let's start. Here we have lecture outlines, introduction, definition, significance, challenges, criticism, types, examples, and conclusion. So let's start from introduction. Race has been a significant factor in world politics, influencing power dynamics, social structures, and international relations. The concept of race has shaped historical events, colonialism, and contemporary global issues. Understanding the role of race in world politics is essential for addressing inequalities and promoting social justice. Significance of race in world politics, shaping international identities. Racial identities often influence national identities and policies. For example, the apartheid system in South Africa was based on racial segregation and discrimination. Influencing international relations, racing dynamics can impact diplomatic relations and alliances. For instance, the civil rights movement and United Nations influenced its foreign policy war during Cold War, affecting migration and refugee policies. Racial considerations often shape immigration and refugee policies, leading to disparities in treatment and opportunities for different racial groups. Types of race in world politics, colonialism and imperialism. European colonial powers used race to justify the exploitation and dominance of non-European people. For example, the British Empire's colonialization of India. Racial segregation and apartheid. System of racial segregation and discrimination enforced by law. For example, apartheid in South Africa. Ethnic conflicts and conflicts based on ethnic and racial differences. For example, the genocide between the Hindu and Toys ethnic groups. Racial discrimination and immigration. Policies that discriminate against certain racial or ethnic groups. For example, Chinese Exclusion Act in United Nations. And we have challenges faced by race in international or world politics. Systematic racism, deep-rooted racial biases and inequalities that persist in institutions and societies. Secondly, we have political resistance, resistance from political leaders and groups who benefit from maintaining racial hierarchies. And thirdly, we have lack of representation, underrepresentation of racial minorities in political decision-making process, global inequality, economic and social disparities between countries and regions often have a racial dimensions. Criticism of race in world politics, perpetuation of inequality, racial dynamics often perpetuate social and economic inequalities. Secondly, human rights violation, racial discriminations and violence violate fundamental human rights. Thirdly, undermining social cohesion. Rational tensions can lead to social fragmentation and conflicts. Bias in international relations. Biases can influence international policies and decisions, leading to unfair treatment of certain countries or groups. Past examples. So here we have a few past examples, including firstly, South Africa's Truth and Commission, established to address the injustice of apartheid and promote national healing. Secondly, civil rights movement in the United States led to significant legal and social changes, including the Civil Rights Act of 1964. International Convention on Elimination of All Forms of Racial Discrimination, a United Nations treaty aimed at combating racial discrimination globally, which is a very good point. Advantages and disadvantages of race in world politics. So, firstly, we have advantages. Promote equality. Addressing racial issues can lead to greater social and economic equality. Secondly, enhancing social cohesion. Reducing social tensions can foster social harmony and stability. Thirdly, we have improving international relations. Fair and inclusive policies can strengthen diplomatic relations and global cooperation. Now we have disadvantages. Political resistance efforts to address racial issues may face opposition from powerful groups. Complexity of implementation. Yes, it's true. Implementing policies to address racial inequalities can be challenging and resource intensive. Thirdly, potential backlash. Efforts to promote racial equality may provoke backlash and resistance from certain segments of society. Countries suffering from racial issues. South Africa, despite the end of apartheid, racial inequalities persist in economic and social spheres. Secondly, United Nations. Racial disparities in criminal justice, education, and health care continue to affect African Americans and other minorities. Myanmar, the Rohingya Muslim minorities face severe persecution and discrimination. Brazil, Brazilian experience significant social and economic inequalities. So now we have conclusion of today's topic, which is very important. Let's note on it. Race continues to play a significant role in world politics, influencing national identities, international relations, and social structures. Addressing racial issues is essential for promoting equality, social justice, and global cooperation. By understanding the significance, challenges, and best practices in addressing race in world politics, can work toward a more inclusive and equitable world. So this is all about our today's lecture. I hope you understand this lecture. See you in the next lecture. Take care.